Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're unpacking something pretty unique. It's a teaching from Courage Coach Jess titled Know Your Rights. And this deep dive is really looking at how small businesses can, integrate faith, grow closer to God, especially around things like content, marketing.
Right, and biblical support. It's all aimed at bridging what Jess calls the educational gap between the Bible and the law.
That specific phrase really caught my eye.
Yeah, and the mission stated in the document, it's quite clear: to help small business owners and their customers grow closer to God as they grow their business.
Okay.
But it's crucial, and she says this right up front, this teaching is provided for spiritual and educational purposes, definitely not intended as legal advice.
Got it. So it's spiritual and educational, not legal counsel. Let's explore then how Jess connects biblical ideas, specifically from the book of John, with actual constitutional rights, giving entrepreneurs sort of a framework, right?
Exactly. She starts by establishing what she terms God-given rights, and she grounds this in John chapter 1, verses 1 to 13.
Okay, John 1.
Yeah, she really emphasizes verses like John 1.1 through 3, all things were made through him.
Right.
And her interpretation connects this pretty directly, saying all things includes, the human race, the Constitution, our systems of government. It's quite a broad scope.
Interesting. So from that creation concept, how does she then get to individual rights for a business owner?
Well, she then pivots or brings in John 1, verses 12 and 13, highlighting the part that says, to all who did receive him, he gave the right to become children of God.
Okay.
And Jess is very explicit here. She states, quote, every business owner has the right to know that the day you accept Jesus in your life, you are a child of God.
Ah, okay. So that acceptance translates into being a child of God, which implies certain inherent rights in
Here
you.
seems to be the foundation she's laying, yes. Sort of spiritual status conferring rights.
So building on that biblical idea, the teaching then shifts gears, doesn't it, to know your legal rights.
It does.
Focusing squarely on the U.S. First Amendment. How does she make that leap, linking these constitutional protections to, the daily running of a business?
Yeah, this is where it gets very practical in its application. The source quotes the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Right, the two clauses, establishment and free exercise.
Exactly. And Jess seems to implicitly focus on the second part. For business owners, the government can't stop you from practicing your faith.
Okay.
So she emphasizes your right to exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble. And she adds, in Jesus' name, even in your business.
Wow. Okay. So she's directly applying those assembly and speech rights within a business context, specifically for religious expression.
Precisely. And she breaks it down further.
Oh.
Well, the teaching notes things like your truthful and honest testimonies are protected under free speech.
Okay. Testimony.
And that you can publish our truthful and honest opinions. Again, tying it to free press speech. And explicitly stating it's our legal right to be able to gather in Jesus' name within your business for religious purposes.
So, prayer meetings, Bible studies at work?
That seems to be the implication. It even mentions the right to petition the government, specifically to address the stigma against praying business establishments.
Right, challenging maybe a perceived societal bias.
Correct. So the core message from Courage Coach Jess here seems to be that integrating prayer, Bible study, these kinds of practices into your business, it's not just okay, it's actually a privilege, a right protected by the Constitution that you, as an American, can exercise.
Okay, so putting it all together, what's the main takeaway here for you, the listener, the entrepreneur? This deep dive really shows how Jess is trying to weave together personal faith, constitutional freedoms, and your journey as a business owner, providing a specific lens to view your rights and practices.
Yeah, and there's a clear call to action in the teaching, too. It encourages business owners to share this teaching and help 5 people know their God-given and constitutional rights.
Right, it's sort of evangelism of the concept itself.
Seems like it.
So, thinking about these insights, how might considering spiritual practices alongside, an understanding of these constitutional protections, how might that reshape the way you approach your day-to-day business operations, your interactions, your overall business philosophy?